Just listen to this very voice. I'll be back.
When Lagos State University, Lasu, was established in 1983, it was envisioned to pursue the advancement of learning and academic excellence. But today, degrees are valuable for 2 million to 3 million naira in the university. None of those involved in the establishment of the Noble Project could have foreseen that less than 40 years down the line, all it would take for intellectually lazy people to get a degree approved by the school senate would be 2 million naira to 3 million naira. All the interested person needs are the required amount of money, which can vary depending on the department of choice, and an O-level certificate, and in 2 to 3 weeks, they can count themselves as Lasu graduates. Remarkably, their details and results make it to the school server, alongside those of genuine graduates who burn the candle at both ends to end theirs. And that is not all. The founders must be turning in their grave knowing that not only is the certificate racketeering thriving in the school, but as some staff members were caught and mysteriously allowed to stay on as if nothing happened. Several reporters learned that some of the members of the degree awarding syndicate have since been promoted and in a few cases risen to become professors in the school. Now, how did several reporters find out about this? This is the project. It's called Sting Operation with body cameras. Now, let's see. Indeed, in 2020 to 2021, a sting operation spearheaded by the school management at the time and the Department of State Service DSS exposed certificate racketeering in the school and succeeded in getting confessions from some members of the syndicate. Sadly, sources said it all ended with the administration of Professor Olarewaju Fagbohun as Vice Chancellor. His successor, Professor Ibiyemi Olatunji Bello, has shown no interest whatsoever in weeding out the bad eggs in the school system. A security source privy to the investigation said sources in the DSS told several reporters that the sting operation, which was highly detailed and included the use of body cameras and other gadgets, started in 2020 and culminated in the arrest and grilling of a few members of staff. Some of the members of the syndicate who wrote confessional statements at the DSS in Lagos, including Muhyiddin Zubairu, Daniel Amos, Olowu Abiono, Akindele Kudus Tunde, Oyebanji Olumide Ezun, Tajuddin Abayomi Olumoko, and Naira Ayofem Mutalib, and London Ogenemaru Vincent. The certificate racketeering syndicate has genuine Lagos State University certificates that anyone interested can purchase between 2 million and 3 million naira, depending on the technicality of the course involved, one of the sources said. Once they have their clients, the only things they will ask from the clients are money and their O-level certificates. They check the number of credits you have. That will determine the course they will recommend. As professionals, they know the course you should do or the degree you should go for once you have this or that. Once that is settled, they have members of the syndicate in the ICT department of the school who will impute the person's data into the server. They collect the money and impute all your scores, and after, it will be posted on the server of the university. Once you go to the school server with a matric number generated for you, you get the name and the details of the students there as an authentic student. Several reporters learned that during the sting operation, money was paid separately at different times to Daniel Amos and Akindele Kundus Tunde for 2 degrees, one in industrial relations and personal management. Amos charged 2 million for the industrial relations and personal management degree for one Adewoye Michael, whose O-level result was used, but he was already a graduate of another school at the time. Within 3 days, the profile of Adewoye Michael, including a newly generated matric number and fake results from year 1 to final year, had been uploaded on the school server. For the other candidates, Okowi Cosmos, also a graduate of another school at the time, whose O-level results were used in the sting operation, the bill was 3 million because the cost of interest, business administration, was rated as more technical and complex. Narrating how they went about it, one of the security sources said, later we explained that we needed to get another certificate from them, so we presented another O-level certificate, but we were told that another group would handle it since it was not industrial relations and personnel management. That was how we met Kudus, a non-teaching staff member. After we met with him, he gave a bill of 3 million, and the then VC, Prof. Fagbohun, who was saddened by the development and eager for us to bust the syndicate, provided 1 million as an advance payment to give to the group to lure them in. There were body cameras and so on. We worked together as a team, and then the school security team was also part of the operation. True to their words, they did it, and everything was posted on the school server. It was ready for clearance by the senate of the school. That was when we arrested those people. They spent some time in custody and made damning statements that indicted top-ranking members of the universities. Some of those indicated are now professors. One London Oganema Vincent was the head of those responsible for imputing the fake profile and results into the school server. He was a guru in it. He also fingered a top-ranking staff member that we tried hard to arrest but couldn't because he was well connected. Anyway, we find out that the ICT department of the school was very corrupt, and there are still elements there today who were part of the certificate racketeering. Sadly, when the tenure of Professor Fagbo ended and Professor Ibiyeme or Latunji Bello came in, it turned out that some of those guys involved in the racketeering was part of those who helped her to become the VC, one way or the other. So she has swept the matter under the carpet to shield them. Letters written by the DSS were ignored, one of the sources said. 104 degree certificates were issued by the syndicate. Meanwhile, no fewer than 104 people had been issued genuine Lasu official degree certificates by the syndicate at the time, as revealed by the investigation into their operations. In November 2022, later from the school's registrar, Emmanuel Fanu affirmed some 15 students who fortunately obtained degrees but could not be located.
You hear waiting they read now, hear waiting they talk, the campaign for this very video. Let me say this. 50% of anyone, in fact, when you hear anyone that say he graduated from the Lagos State University, again you anyone that comes to you say that he's a graduate or he's a student or he's school in Lagos State University, bragging his certificate, I beg, that certificate is supposed to go under quarantine. They're supposed to quarantine, they're supposed to examine her to ensure if the person really graduates. So all of us were in school, we just wasted our time. If I had known the money I spent during my school days and so on and so forth, I would have assembled them, maybe banked them, and go to Lagos University and get myself a certificate, just like the Agbado president. Nigeria image has been tarnished. And as it stands, the government in power cannot do anything because the president sitting president today has a false certificate. And I believe that the 99% of the people who has this very bought over certificate are most of these politicians we are seeing today. They are the ones who will be parading themselves as a graduate of Lagos State University. And you see why we have incompetent professors today. The professors in this school are the ones who do sell this very certificate. And be assured that they that are in there, they has a false certificate too. In a country called Giant of Africa, no wonder in the world today we are not being valued. It takes the grace of God for you to get a job with your qualification from Nigeria. Because everything from Nigeria, Nadik Broja. We have fake professors, fake lawyers, just like the one that causes this problem in Arise TV, where Ruben Abati asked me a question. What do you have to say about what happened in Bayelsa? And he ended up with FBI files, leaving what he was asked to. Yet you said he's a lawyer. This man that you see on his face, so